Number 1. Kepler 16b. Far away in space, there is a planet called Kepler 16b. It is big like the planet Saturn. Part of it is made of gas, and part is made of rock and ice. This planet is special because it goes around two suns, not just one. Scientists had never found a clear example of this before. It takes the planet 229 days to go all the way around both suns. Scientists also thought a planet like this needed to circle very far away from its two suns to stay safe and steady, but Kepler 16b circles much closer than they thought was possible. About half the distance they expected. The planet is very cold, far below freezing, so people could not live there. Scientists found this planet in the year 2011 using a special space tool called the Kepler spacecraft. They found it by watching the light from the two suns get a little dimmer when the planet passed in front of them. By watching this very carefully, scientists were able to measure the planet's size and weight better than almost any other planet ever found outside our solar system. For some years, people on Earth could watch the planet pass in front of its suns, but after 2018, it stopped passing in front, so it became hard to see. It won't be easy to see again until about the year 2042. Later, in 2021, scientists used a new method to find the planet again by noticing a tiny wobble in the stars caused by the planet's pull. This was the first time that method worked for this kind of planet. Number 2. Kepler 47. Far away in space, much farther than we can imagine, there are two suns close together, like two neighbors. This place is called Kepler 47. It is so far away that light, which travels faster than anything else, would take over 3,000 years to reach us from there. Around these two suns, there are 3 planets. What makes this special is that the planets don't just circle one sun like Earth does. They circle around both suns together, like dancing around a pair instead of just one partner. Scientists named them Kepler 47b, Kepler 47c, and Kepler 47d in the order they were discovered. The last one was hiding between the other two, so it took longer to find. The farthest planet is a giant ball of gas, and it sits in a zone where conditions might be gentle enough for life-friendly conditions, though that doesn't mean life is actually there. Before this finding, scientists weren't sure planets could easily form around two suns together. Now they know it's possible, and it changed how they think about how planets are born. A team of scientists led by Jerome Orosz found this system in 2012 using a special space telescope called Kepler that searches for faraway planets. The third planet was confirmed a bit later, in 2013. The two suns are different. One is bigger and hotter, similar to our sun, and the other is smaller, cooler, and dimmer. They circle each other closely, completing one full loop every 7 days. The whole system is thought to be about 4 to 5 billion years old, close to the age of our own sun. Even though there are two suns there, the place is too dim and far for human eyes to see without special tools. Number 3. PH1. This is where the category stops making sense in the best possible way. PH1 is the first reported case of a planet orbiting a double star that, in turn, is orbited by a second distant pair of stars, a circumbinary planet in a 4-star system. So when we say this planet has 2 sunrises, we're actually underselling it. It has 4 stars in its sky. 2 close ones that it orbits directly, and 2 more distant ones that orbit the whole system from far out. PH1 is a bit larger than Neptune and thought to be a gas giant, orbiting its host stars every 137 days. Beyond the planet's orbit, approximately 900 times the distance between the Sun and Earth, a second pair of stars orbits the entire planetary system. Those outer 2 stars are so far away that from PH1's perspective, they'd look like 2 very bright stars in the night sky. Not suns exactly, but permanent fixtures. Always there, always moving slowly across the background of space. But here's the part that makes this discovery genuinely remarkable. PH1 was discovered by 2 amateur astronomers from the Planet Hunters project using data from the Kepler Space Telescope. Not a professional team, not a major observatory. Kian-Jin Jek from from San Francisco and Robert Galliano from Cottonwood, Arizona, spotted the signature of the planet in the Kepler data and reported it through a citizen science website. Two people sitting at home scrolling through starlight data found the most gravitationally complex planetary system ever confirmed at that point. Scientists are still unsure just how a world like this could exist. In such a hostile environment, the planet should have been ripped apart. Number 4. Kepler 1647b. Scientists found Kepler 1647b in a clever way. They watched the light from the two suns, and every so often it got a tiny bit dimmer, like someone passing in front of a lamp. That dimming happened because the planet was passing in front of the suns. Scientists first noticed this dimming back in 2012, but they needed more proof before they could be sure it was really a planet. They finally announced their discovery in the year 2016. This planet takes about 3 years to travel all the way around its two suns one time. That's a longer trip than any other planet like it that scientists have found. It's also the biggest planet of its kind that circles two suns at once. As for the two suns themselves, they are somewhat like our own sun, though one is a little bigger and hotter, and the other is a little smaller and cooler. They spin around each other quickly, taking only 11 days to complete one circle. This whole star system is very old, about 4.4 billion years, just a bit younger than our own sun. Here's the interesting part. This planet sits in a zone around the suns where the temperature is just right, not too hot, not too cold, kind of like where Earth sits around our sun. But since the planet is made of gas, nothing could live on it directly. However, scientists think maybe a moon could be circling this planet, and if that moon were solid ground like Earth, it could possibly be a good place for life. Nobody has found such a moon yet, but scientists believe it's possible one could be there.